I'm about to get into the best cheap ways to advertise your business. And make sure you stick around for the whole video because I'm dropping some knowledge here. I'm Cam, I own a video production agency. We do marketing as well, and I'm about to give away the secret sauce. I mean, the first thing you can do is honestly just don't even watch this video and just hire a video production agency to do it for you. Okay, I'm kidding. If you're watching this video, you probably don't have a big budget, so. You also have to make sure, by the way, that you have a really good website or a landing page where you're funneling people to. So if your strategy is to funnel them to Instagram, your Instagram has to look great. If your strategy is to funnel them to the website has to look great. Wherever that person is meant to land, book a call, book a service, go on the website, that has to look really good and showcase what you do. Where I, as a video production company, really recommend doing brand videos because you get to do like a little documentary when people find you on the paid ads and they end up on your website. That video will showcase everything that you do, who you are, your story, and your services. It's just like a quick, like, this is boom, like this is what we do. Because most people will go on your website and immediately click off. They'll immediately click off. So if you have like a little 30-second like hook 'em situation going on, I think that gets good results. And if you make a good brand video, like, you can link that to your employees, you can link that to pretty much everybody that needs a summary of what you do and who y'all are, the services that you offer. Number one is just you need to be posting content, okay? It doesn't matter whether you are a painter, a plumber, or you're a restaurant, especially if you're a restaurant, because people want to see your food. They do not want to go to a restaurant where they can't see what the food looks like. I guess you might get some people that just walk by your store and waltz right in, but that's very rare, especially in the today times. So you must be posting content. And you're like, well, Cam, I don't have time to do all that. Okay, blah, blah, blah. You have a phone in your pocket where you can definitely take that sucker out and take a couple clips all throughout the day. If you are painting, show off do before and afters of take a shot of what the house looked like before you painted it and take a shot of what the house looked like after. Boom, piece of content right there. Put it on Instagram. If you are a restaurant, film the chefs cooking. Film the actual food coming out of the little just be constantly filming clips and taking pictures with your phone. That is the number one thing you can do. Here's a good example. This is a Cuban food truck, by the way, the best Cuban food like in the Orlando area, in my opinion, so far. It's called Cuban on Wheels. She films all her content on her phone. She even has like a little catchphrase, so every time she shows a food, she's like, wow, 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 wow. First of all, her food is amazing. So number one, two, you have to make sure that your product is good. You don't want to be advertising something that's bad or that people don't care about or that people don't want. So she has an immaculate product, okay? But that doesn't matter. She is posting content constantly. And look how many followers she has. That's all her with her phone. I don't know, maybe she has like somebody helping her do the actual posting, but she is definitely filming these clips. She has stories every day. In general, she's posting. She's taking any opportunity for press. Any time that I believe the Orlando Sentinel has done interviews with her, and she's open to any opportunity to showcase her business, and that's number one what you need to be doing. Okay, Cam, but if I'm already going to put all the effort into doing that, I want to do like better, higher quality videos, but I don't want to hire an expensive video agency. Well, for that, my recommendation would be getting something like the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 or whatever new version of this, because now there's a new version of this coming out, or it just came out. But essentially it is a gimbal all in one. You can put it this way and you can shoot vertically. You can switch it to literally shoot vertically, so now you are instantly uploading to social media. I'm pretty sure you can offload this to your phone directly from the device if that wasn't like good enough for you, which is already great. It has a mic, so you can literally talk into the sucker, today we're doing before and after of this painting site, and show off your content on, and that's pretty much it. That's literally all you need to be doing to start producing high quality content and getting leads. This is how you start producing high quality content and getting leads without even pulling out your checkbook and hiring an agency. Once you've exhausted filming organic content and kind of having an idea of what works for your business, because honestly, you should be doing this step no matter if the end goal is to hire a video agency, because you are going to know what content performs well before you even sign a single dollar over to an agency. Us video people, we don't necessarily know all of the intricacies of your business and what your clients want the most. That's information you're supposed to have, because we don't really know. I don't really know the intricacies of a painter's business. I don't really know the intricacies of a dog grooming business. I'm there to film and try my best to get leads for them, basically. But if you have a solid foundation of what your clients and your customers are already reacting positively to, you can just take that content to the next level. If you know that testimonials are get the most engagement for your page, then double down on that. If you know that before and afters get the most engagement, then you need to double down on that. And then when you do get to that level where you can hire the video production crew to come in there with all the lights and you're ready to go. Next, we're going to talk about what types of content. Obviously, number one, you want to build authority. You want to seem like you know what you're doing. An example that I use is that I'm getting married soon, and I've been looking at a lot of vendors. The amount of food vendors specifically that I reached out to that did not have pictures of the food, I was like in awe. They did not have, how can somebody make like basically the most expensive meal that they have bought in their entire life, and you don't have pictures of the food? I honestly, I was really blown away by this fact, because I was just like, I feel like you could be improving your ROI literally just by whipping out your phone and taking pictures and videos of the food. It's like the most simple thing that I could possibly think of that would immediately increase your return on investment, because honestly, for me, that was an important thing for booking. It was like, I just needed to be able to see what the thing I'm buying looks like, showing your potential customer being able to see what you provide in a visual manner. And I would say that this applies for most businesses. If you are a dog grooming business, I want to see before and afters. I want to see reviews. I want to see happy customers, happy reviews, and I want to see pictures of the service that you're providing. Bonus points, now we get to that next level, is building authority. As if you want to be the face of your business, and then you become like someone that is like the face of it.
I did end up getting bit by this sassy senior of a Yorkie.
So for example, this guy that does dog grooming, and he's the one doing these funny TikTok videos, and you can be doing stuff like that, but I get that not everybody is comfortable in front of a camera, so the whole authority thing it can be a little bit challenging for some people if you don't feel like you're charismatic enough to be the front facing part of your business. So then that's when we get into testimonials and just like alternative content, like the before and afters I was saying before. And testimonials are great because you can get random people that have done your service to say a couple nice things about it, write a review, or just be filmed and show off what you can do, basically. Like, honestly, you just need to be showing what you are doing. You're basically wanting to project, hey, this is the outcome that you are going to get to that customer. If you're a theme park, or if you're a golf course, you want to project what that person that is potentially looking at your brand, like what you want them to feel about your brand. So let's get back to gear. When I was talking about investing, and my number one investment would be the Osmo Pocket 3, the second investment that I would make is lighting. So if you're, okay, you know what, Cam, like I'm gonna do all the content myself. The second thing I would get is, there are two, honestly, more than camera, because your phones right now are perfectly capable of shooting doable video, is audio and lighting. You can get very affordable lights. There are some options down in my description, but you can get some really affordable lights that'll get you rocking and rolling. And because you don't want somebody that's overexposed and they're like squinting like this while they give their testimonial. So you want to balance out the light between the shadows and the sun. It obviously depends on the business, but you don't want anybody too dark. You don't want them too like squinting because they're in the sun. So getting a small little light kit can really help you as a solo entrepreneur person trying to promote their business to just take your content to the next level. And audio, obviously, if you get this like the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, you already have built-in audio. But if you don't, then I really recommend getting like either those DJI Minis or Hollyland. There's so many different brands right now that you can get these little tiny mics and have them attached to your phone, ready to go and ready for you to speak and make good content and sound good. People will forgive a bad image, but they will not forgive bad audio. These are all really basic tips, and then you're probably like, Cam, I already knew all this stuff. Okay, but honestly, I get hit up all the time by people that they don't know where to start. They don't know where to begin. They have no idea. They reach out to me and they're like, oh, I don't know how much this stuff costs. I don't know if I should do it myself, etc. A lot of gurus and whatnot hate engagement campaigns, but I think that you can see some decent results with it at cheaper budgets. I don't have a lot of e-commerce brands that I work with. I would love to, but that's what I would use this sales campaign for. For most people, I would land in the leads campaign, and I would build a landing page and I would send them to the landing page. That's basically the thing. So you want to work out what strategy you're going to use for your business. There's another strategy where you can send somebody to your Instagram page and then just have them be on the Instagram page. They're more likely to follow, and then you can go and essentially message them. So that's another strategy that you could do, but you want to work out what strategy you're going to use to get that person, to get that lead. This is all going to be very budget dependent, okay, because I find that a lot of the people that talk about Facebook and Meta ads, they are operating with companies that have very, very large budgets. And that's a whole different ballgame, because you can even do multiple campaigns. You can do so much different. You can play around a lot more. In my experience, a lot of businesses have way tinier budgets, and we're talking, I personally recommend the lowest budget you go is about $1,000 a month. Ideally, you want to do more than that. But if you have to do, you're like, hey, Cam, I have barely any money, then yes, I would go around that $1,000 mark. You only have $1,000, you really need to be intentional about how you're going to structure the campaign and how you're going to do it. Now, this may sound kind of easy, but it's honestly low-key a lot of work and a lot of just knowledge and trying different things. And that's why somebody that does marketing can benefit you, is because they've just tested out so many campaigns on other people that you're now going to, they're going to know how to operate with yours. If you haven't been able to test all these different things, then it's going to cost you so much money before you figure out what works for you. Where somebody that's been running ads is just going to have that experience more naturally. They're just going to have that experience naturally because they've just been doing it so long. Whatever you are sending people to has to be in tip-top shape. If you're sending them to your website, you should have a brand video on there. If you are sending them to a landing page, the landing page has to have very thoughtful information about the service you are offering. If you are sending them to your Instagram because you want them to follow you, then that has to be presenting all the information about your business and what you do, and etc. And now we're going to get into the actual campaign structure inside of Meta. Honestly, these days it's actually quite simple to create campaigns on Meta. My recommendation is always going to be that you should hire an agency or a video person to help you with this endeavor, because it's going to be infinitely more ROI for you to hire someone that knows how to take all the content that you've shot, all the content that they've shot, and put it on an ads platform and know how to get in front of your customers so that you can convert leads. Because right now you can only do so much with the organic content. You can do a good bit with it. You will hit a wall unless you have some sort of strategy where you go super viral. If you're not doing that, the only way to get proven results is with paid ads. I would find it really difficult to do the paid ads part by myself if I was a business, because sure, I can go and shoot little clips and fill up my organic Instagram feed as a business owner, but to actually do the paid ads part and know what gets the best ROAS on your leads, that's very difficult to actually do. In my experience, a lot of businesses, it's not that they don't want to do it, they just really don't have the time to do it. And so that's where I would recommend, if you had the budget, to just hire somebody to help you. Even if you do it hand in hand, honestly, a lot of the good people will do it hand in hand with, hey, this is some organic content, this is some content that we're shooting, and you kind of can collaborate. But let me know below, what other cheap ways have you done marketing? I heard people do things like postcards, which I've always wanted to try and experiment for postcards with my video business. Maybe putting a QR code on the business card and then having it take the person to a landing page. I can retarget them with paid ads potentially. So that's something I would be a strategy that I would be interested in. There's all kind of interesting things that you can do with postcards. I can't recommend it because I haven't tried it myself. When I recommend paid ads, it's because I use paid ads for myself. So I can recommend it because I know that it works. Things like postcards, I haven't personally tried that, but I've seen people have some success with it. So there's that too. And that's obviously relatively inexpensive compared to all the other methods of marketing.